past 3 years that we've been doing this, the conferences. My name is Pam Shaw. My title is officially the Director of Strategic Funding and Partnerships, a made-up title to say I do what I want to do when I want to do it and I'm having fun still, and not like ex officio director and retired, of the YMCA of the East Bay. We are located in the East Bay of the San Francisco Bay Area. Our main office is in Berkeley, but I work from home. But we have offices in Emeryville, Oakland, Hayward, Richmond, and all over the East Bay. We serve 1,800 children in 4 counties using all state and federal money. We serve all low-income children and families. And 8 years ago, I had a brilliant idea. We have all these parents, and we have like a need for staff. And then the Head Start, Office of Head Start, gave us a grant for Early Head Start Child Care Partnership dollars. And they gave us an extra $250,000 in training money. And I was the director of the program at the time, and I thought, they're giving us money to train people. We're going to find some people to train. So we took 20 Head Start parents and gave them 12 units in 18 weeks. Yeah, it was stupid. Joy was there to prove it. She was one of the instructors, and yeah, so it was a lot. They'd be crying in hallways at exam time because we really crammed it in. But one of the things that we learned from that is every apprentice needs a computer. They shouldn't be doing papers on their cell phones, which they were because nobody asked for a computer because they didn't think they could get one. You know, this is like how this like poverty mentality that we have in our programs prevents us from thinking and dreaming bigger than we need to be dreaming. And when we look at this apprenticeship programs that we've created over the years and what we're doing now, we don't even think about providing laptops, technology, Wi-Fi if you need it, food when you go to meetings, childcare when you go to classes, things in the community that you can easily access instead of trying to get to a campus that's like way up there and has no buses at night. I mean, we see this over and over and over again, why people don't go to school, why they don't finish school, what supports do you need to be able to do that? So this first group of guinea pigs, as I fondly refer to them, because they taught us so much more than we ever dreamed of going into it, are mostly still working in the field, which is great. 2 of them have gotten master's degrees. We could talk about the success. In the meantime, we've served over 500 apprentices in our program over the last 8 years. In entry level, getting 12 units, and in California, an associate teacher permit, which is equivalent to a CDA in other places. AA degrees and BA degrees. We are incredibly proud and excited to be able to share some of our apprentice stories with you today. We have on our panel 3 current apprentices at the entry level, the AA level, and the BA level, and an apprentice graduate who is one of our success coordinators that we threw on the panel at the last minute because it seemed like it rounded out the team. And then on the end there are our unique, lovely Mr. Daryl Bright, who is our workforce success manager. Yeah. Those are all his people. Daryl runs the day-to-day operations of the apprentice program, and he supervises the success coordinators. I keep them funded so they don't have to worry about that, and then together we make, I think, a pretty dynamic team in there. We have our staff are all over the place here, and we have most of our success coordinators who will be presenting later about their journey and their experiences. And I will now turn this over to Daryl to help us share our stories. And thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much, Pam. Everybody knows Pam Shaw, so we just got to give her a round of applause. I always say I'm her entertainment manager, so if you ever want Pam to come speak, just let me know. So yeah, this is my fourth presentation with ECE. Kind of like my Vegas residency. Yeah, I was gonna come with skates this time, but Usher beat me to the front. But we do have our apprentices, and this is what our work is really all about. And they'll tell you, I always say, actually in the beginning of the program, I say, this program ain't even about you, it's about the babies. But if they have that in mind when they're coming in, that this program is about the babies and the communities that we serve, then that always gives them something to hold on to while they're going through it. So we are divided into 3 tiers. The tier 1 is the entry level, the tier 2 is the AA level, and the tier 3 is the BA level. We have some representatives from all 3 tiers undergraduate here today. I'm going to start off with our newest, is Yesenia. And why did you choose the apprenticeship program?
Can you hear her? Hello? Okay.
Well, I chose the Apprentices program because I'm always around kids with my nieces and nephews, and I was with my auntie with 12 kids, and I could juggle them all by myself, so they have to go out and do stuff. And I just love working, and I decided to do this because I didn't want to do nursing anymore. After my dad passed, I was like, that was it. I was like, I needed something else. And I was always working instead of staying in school.
Okay, thanks. And the same question, do you and your team have a unique place where you guys come in from outside? You chose this from any other thing that you could have. So why did you choose the apprenticeship program?
Hello? Hello? Hello, everyone. I'm Antoinette. So I decided to do this program, the apprenticeship program, because I was working before, like in grocery. I worked in grocery for like 7 years. And it just wasn't a passion. Like I was going to work to get a check and, just to be able to survive sort of thing. But I have a passion for children, and it was like the apprenticeship program was like fell right in my lap. Like everything was like open, you just have to show up. So I was just like, I'm also a single mother, so I wanted to be able to have a career and to better myself with something else, like with schooling, and to do something that I love, which is my kids.
Thank you so much. And then I'm going to turn it over to Josefina. So Josefina has a different, and she was an employee already before she became an apprentice. So we do have these different ways to become an apprentice. And Josefina, you can kind of speak from, why did you choose to work with us?
So, hello, my name is Josefina Ibarra. I've been with the apprenticeship program for about 2 years now. I'm working on my bachelor's degree in year 3. And I decided to join the apprenticeship program because I always knew I wanted to work with kids. I just didn't know how. My family immigrated from Mexico when I was 5 years old. And my mom always shared her struggles about how she always wanted to be a teacher, but she couldn't do it in Mexico because of financial struggles. And then when we came here, she wasn't able to do it because of her immigration status. So I felt the responsibility to become a teacher for her and me, because we love children and development, but also for a way to repay her for all the sacrifices she had to do for me and my family.
And Andrea, could you just tell us how you had no other choice?
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea. I'm the success coordinator and just graduated last year with my bachelor's from Cal State Houston. Like Carol said, I was not forced, but the teachers that I worked with at that time, I just wanted full time as a teacher, and I was kind of told you should do it. And before starting, I was always on my own, getting my associate's degree. That was me in my mind, I wanted to do it all myself, but coming in and knowing that I had teachers and people that I've seen as friends and family also joining, they kind of just told me, they pushed me in okay, do it, we'll all do it together. And being able to be in there and working with everyone is what really gave that push to start and be in the BA program, and just having that push and that example from my mom, who was actually in the first round of BA group and graduated through the first BA cohort with the YMCA, so it gave me a little more motivation to know that I could do it, because if she had the support, I would have it too.
Yes. That first BA group was special. Shout out to Cheryl in the back. So, Andrea, I'm going to stick with you with this one. Could you describe what were the most impactful parts of the program? Like, what kept you going?
I think, well, at that time, my success coordinator was Noemi, And you know, having someone like Noemi, always pushing us, having those monthly check-ins, and just making sure that we always communicate as a group, as a cohort, really is what gave me that push to know that, you know, even though I used to do it alone, I know that I could count on other people to have that support, whether it was people that were taking classes with me or how it was with Noemi. So Noemi is one of the people that kind of really gave that importance of like having that support system behind it.
Any question for you, Senior? What are the impactful pieces?
The most important, impactful part of the program are the children. They have impacted my life since I've been working here for like 3 years. My heart goes like, it's the same for all teachers. In the field, the smile, the laugh, even the cries of the children in the classroom. And this experience here with children is our most impactful experience in this program.
And I'm sure the people out there know 3 months in a child's classroom is a lifetime. You learn a lot in that time.
Yeah.
What are the most impactful parts of the program for you?
I would say just like my fellow classmate and coworker, I would say the most impactful part of the apprenticeship program is being able to have hands-on experience with the children, but as well as being able to go to college and have that knowledge how to deal with difficult situations, how to make informed connections with the families and the children. I will also say that is the apprenticeship program facilitating my school and making it easier for me to attend. It helps me stay focused on my goals.
Antoinette, what have you liked or learned about being a part of a cohort?
Well, for one, I love the cohort in general, because just like all of my fellow peers said, it makes it so much easier for you to do it. Like you have the success coordinators and everything to like set everything up. You just kind of like have to show up. So I definitely like that, because a lot of that stuff gets in your way when you're a mother, you have other stuff going on, and you're like, oh, I got to sign up, but they can help you do that. So that, I really like that about the program. I just like how close, like the relationships that we're able to build with everyone, with each other and work together. It just makes you feel easier in taking a new step in your life if you're gonna do something that you've never done before. So I like the fact that we're able to be together in the court, like you're in a cohort with other, other teachers coming up.
Yeah, great. We go. Don't push it away. Keep it going. So you had a unique situation. Antoinette's program started, and then COVID hit right in the middle of their program. So they were in the middle of it. So how did that kind of being a part of the cohort and like continuing that? How did that impact that experience through the whole?
It was a lot. That it was. I started off able to do most of my hours and go to like have my one-on-one time in the classroom, which was good, but it had to stop. So for me, school stopped, so I had to be at home, so I wasn't able to get right into the field like I wanted to. Like a lot of people were able to go and work at the centers, I was not able to. I had to stay home with my daughter every day and do school from Zoom every day. So it was a little bit challenging. Like they always stayed in contact with me, and I was like still able to do classes and stuff, but it was a little stressful not being able to go straight into the field after like doing all my classes and everything, and not being able to go like dive straight in there. Mm-hmm. So it was a little challenging at first, and I'll be glad when COVID is like over. But it was just a little challenging, and I continued to go. Once COVID was over and school was back in, I like just jumped right back in. I'm like, I'm ready now. I want to be placed somewhere, put me somewhere, I can work now. So once that was over, I just pushed through and I started at East Lake.
Thank you. Josefina, what did you like about being in the cohort? Yours is a little bit different.
Yeah. I mean, I like the, as my fellow coworker said, it's about the guidance and the support. And I also like that everybody has their own stories and everybody goes to different experiences. So I really like talking to them about it, and it puts my experiences and my struggles into perspective. And it makes me realize that everybody is going in different paths at different time, but we're all gonna get there at some point.
Right.
Yeah.
Great. Same question, Yesenia. What do you like about it?
Well, I learned that we all go through the same situations, different ways, and we all are trying our best to get through it together. Get through it are all situations with grace and class. I like that I have people that understands me, and we all are similar in our situations, and we're always ready to help and guide
Yes.
with advice.
Yes, they definitely advocate for each other.
Yes, we do.
I've had situations where they come to me like, Daryl, you need to do something about this.
You know what's going on.
So let's go into mentoring. Andrea, you have been mentored and been a mentor. What did you learn about your mentoring experience?
I think looking at the experience with like being mentored, I didn't get the full like on the job training like any new like all the tiers are now. When I came in, I started working around 2015 at the Y. Before Pam gets me, I'm actually a Y kid. I started when I was 3 years old with the Y. And so when I came in, I knew a lot of staff that knew me from when I was younger, but I was able to build those relationships to where being an on-call as a substitute, I was able to take in things from veteran teachers. And what really kind of built to me being a teacher once I decided to go full-time. And being full-time, and once I got my bachelor's, I was given the opportunity to also be a mentor for other apprentices. And it was a great experience to not just help apprentices, but also it was a learning opportunity for me to know where there was things I could adjust in my learning or my teaching for others, because every apprentice learns differently. Just like every mentor has their way of teaching, but has to learn how to maneuver or move things around for others to really learn and grab everything. So both aspects really helped into bringing in how I worked as a teacher. And I think, but now being able, as I stepped away from that role as a teacher, it's helped to where I have all that experience and being able to connect now with apprentices and to give in that advice, whether it's through just their classes or just any time that they need that extra reassurance.
Yeah, great. Yeah. And Antoinette, your mentor was also a graduate of the program. Could you talk about the experience you had with your mentor, as well as center director, too?
I pretty much had like 2 mentors. They were amazing mentors. It was really good. It feels good to be able to have them. I can ask them any questions. They always pushed me to keep going because I started in tier 1, and then I took a break before going into tier 2. And I feel like my mentors were always pushing me and also like gave me the fundamentals of the classroom, showing me different activities, what the classroom should look like. Even if it was a small question that I wanted to ask, I can say that, and they were able to like guide me through. Always pushing me, because it's like you work for the Y, continue to push on, go on to tier 2. One of the site directors, Miss Levette, love her so much. She graduated and she did the BA. She has her BA. So it was really nice to work with her as well as a site director and to have a mentor. So it's like I had 2 mentors. So she was always like very supportive and just like letting me know, if you want to push through, you work in the field so you're able to go to school and work in the field so you're able to do this. Mm-hmm. Like just always like in reassuring me, like with me being a single mother, you can keep going. Mm-hmm. So it's been very helpful to have the mentors in the program.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Yesenia, you talked about, going into nursing before, like being in that. What were some of the barriers that you were facing, and how has the apprenticeship, when you were in school, and how has the apprenticeship kind of eased some of those barriers?
Well, I was in, when I was in school, I was going to work and trying to pay for school. And this program helped me by able just to come, and they did all the work for me, applying for me, and gave me everything I need to continue my education in child development. And it's great.
Josefina, what about you? I know you had gone to school before. What are some of the differences between what you experienced before and what you experienced with the apprenticeship?
Well, when I graduated high school, I felt very lost because I didn't know if college was gonna be for me. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to take courses and go to school, courses and be a full-time worker. So when I graduated high school, I decided to take a break. Then my friends encouraged me to enroll in at least a few courses, like general ed, just to see how it would feel. I did, and once I did, I heard that my local community college was providing early child development classes. So I decided to enroll in one just to see how it will feel. And once my course was over, I really regained my passion for learning and for kids. I went from taking one course my first semester to being a full-time student my second semester. And then after that, after I have about 20 units in early child development plus general ed, I felt really confident enough to search for a job in the field and to start working with kids. So then I applied for the YMCA of the East Bay.
Yay.
But then COVID-19 quarantine hit. And all my plans were on hold. I was stuck in my apartment, no job, no school, and I felt lost again. And once the COVID-19 quarantine was lifted, I got into the apprenticeship program in the YMCA, and I started working again and started working with kids. I remember my first day, I was so nervous because I had never interacted with little kids ever. I don't have little kids in my family. So when I came home, I just remember talking to my boyfriend and talking to my mom and just feeling very emotional about it. Because I was like, I'm finally doing it. Yeah.
Yay! Yes. Antoinette, you also had a college experience before. What are some of the differences or similarities in what you experienced when you were in college?
So when I graduated from college, my mom had my sister. We're 19 years apart. So I did, I went to Laney. I signed up to go to Laney, but I stopped going to school to help my mom with my little sister. So I put that on pause, and then I did try to go back to school after I went to Berkeley. I do have some general education units before I came into the program. I attended Laney and Berkeley, but I just couldn't stick with it. Like nothing was sticking. I just like life and everything was ahead of me, and like I said, my sister and my mom. So I just was like more focused on like trying to work. I feel like it was hard for me to like have to do it on my own. So that's the difference with the program. You're not on your own. You have the support, you have the help, and then like at the time for me, the success coordinators were Taylor and Chris, and I use them up for everything. I will call them at nighttime and say, I apologize for this late call me in the morning. But I would always, like, they were so helpful to me. Like, so that is important, and I think that is like the main important part of the program for people who feel like, I can't do this, or I don't want to go apply for this, or what about financial aid? You don't know anything about it. That is like the best, because you just got to show up.
Mm-hmm. And though Chris is not a success coordinator anymore, he's still a tutor. So they don't ever go. They don't go anywhere. You know, they just kind of hang out with us for the rest of their time. Let me see here. It's not on the paper. No, I'm just playing.
Oh my God.
I'm just playing. I made a joke. I told them, I was like, I'm not reading none of those questions we went over. They were all sitting there nervous.
Like,
But Yesenia, how has being a part of the program and what you've learned here impacted you in your confidence in being a teacher?
It impacted me to be more patient. Hold on. More patient when it comes to with the children. And it made me realize that I want to know more about development of children, because I have a 5-year-old and he's in West Y, and I enjoy learning a lot from him too. He's teaching me as well, which in turns makes me want to lean more so I can progress in my career also and help the children the best way I can, being a teacher.
Absolutely. Thank you. Antoinette, how has being a part of this program impacted you and your confidence in being a teacher?
It's woken my confidence up because I know what I want to do now. I just don't know where I want to be at when I'm doing it. But I know that I have a passion for kids, and when I'm seeing people kids and I'm like, hey guys. All right.
Oh my God.
So, okay. Kind of threw me off a little bit. I'm back though. I'm back. I'm coming back. Giving me the confidence to know what I should be doing. That is like a big thing for me. So I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know that my passion is there. It's giving me more confidence to stand in what I'm doing. Like when I'm able to walk into the classroom and engage with any age of classroom, like any age in the classroom, or engage with any kid, whether it's like they're having a challenging time or they're having a good time. I'm just like stepping more into that. Like now when I come in, I'm not feeling like nervous about being in the classroom or whatever. Like I've been able to like establish that for myself. It's helped me with patience for others people's kids as well as mine. Patience for my own daughter, who is 11 years old. So it helps me with that, and it opens my eyes to be more mindful, and like just, you know, I love the kids and just having all different situations and how they have different traumas and how they affect them. It helps me to like take it a little easy on with my parenting and like how I'm addressing like my child, or how I'm, you know, if stuff is tough for us. I notice my patience I'm able to deal with more patience with the other kids, and when you come home, it's like, so it's helped me to balance, to find balance with dealing with children home and then coming home to my own child as well. So finding that balance.
Wait.
School.
Talk about your career path. You've been through, you know, a couple of different stages here with the YMCA.
So when I started as a sub. I could only come in part-time with my situation with my daughter. So when I came in, I had the good opportunity to be able to work in all the classes at the YMCA that I went to. I would give breaks or work for transition, like work during, like if somebody didn't come to work that day, I would take for that class. But I think it was really good for me to be able to experience all the classrooms, to learn from all the teachers, because I picked up something from every teacher of the classroom that I was in, even something very small, if it was language. No, thank you, I don't like it. Miss Martha. She's my favorite. So just picking up just different stuff like that, it was good for me to be able to go into different classes and do that, because from there, I was slightly recruited, or I was honored to be picked to go up for the position as an instructional assistant. So that's what I did. I just changed positions in September.
What is an instructional assistant?
And an instructional assistant, it's me. No, I'm just like, I'm here. No, an instructional assistant, we assist children that are either on the spectrum or have challenging behaviors, or just have a hard time in the classroom. I support them through the classroom. So I help the teachers support them to make sure that they're doing what the class is doing. whatever that looks like. If we're gonna go, everybody's going to wash our hands. This whole table went to go wash their hands, but you're still there. You stayed a little bit longer, and you're my girl. Yeah, I'm gonna be right there with you. Just, hey, I think everybody's gonna go wash their hands. You want to come with me, or should we race? So then that'll be like, me staying with the. So that'll be me just like redirecting, just supporting the teacher. Like now, I have my units to be a teacher, but I'm not the teacher. I am there to support the teacher. So that's what I do now. I have about like 4 kids, and it's based on like who has the most challenging behaviors. I probably have like 4 kids in one center. And then I would like kind of go as priority. Like I would work in one class until the other child left, and then if they needed my help in the other class, I would just go support just to make sure they make it throughout the day. So that's been a good experience. I'm still just trying to find what I want to do in the field. I know I'm supposed to be here. It's been a good experience. I'm still learning, and it has been a transition though, because when you come from being a teacher, I changed positions at the same site. Mm-hmm. So when you come from me starting from being a teacher and then going over to IA, when they're used to the level of support that I have as a teacher already, what I bring as a teacher already, it was a little bit of challenges there. Mm-hmm. So I pushed through. It was hard. I just happened to give reminders. Hey guys, just the IA, not the teacher today. Don't leave. I'm not in the ratio. Okay, yeah, like just saying little stuff like that, just little reminders is what I needed to do. But I did that. It was a little, it was hard not being able to tell my teachers, like, you guys, I can't like do this, but I did good doing that, and then now I'm at another center now. Yeah. So it's been good.
And I think that just, yes. And I think that just kind of shows the trajectory of what Apprentices can do. You don't just come in and become a teacher unless that's what you want to and love to do. And we have individuals that really want and love to be teachers, but we do have opportunities to be instructional aides, to be center directors, to be coaches, to be success coordinators. So it is really a track to a career that has advancements. And I'm going to go lastly. Ooh. Andrea. Could you give some examples of how the apprenticeship program impacted your personal and professional goals throughout your journey?
So on a personal level, I know that, like how I said, when I started, I was on my own doing my degree for my associates, and at times, I will say I was lost sometimes during my community college journey. Around, I want to say, my first semester in community college, I did great. And around that next semester, that next year, so when I was in my junior year of high school, my dad passed away, and in that time, that semester after, it really got to me. So I was falling back on classes. Every time I enrolled, I either withdrew or I failed classes. So and that was before I even started working at the YMCA. So at that time is where my mom gave me that push of, come on, come work for the Y. And just like Yesenia, my plan was to be a nurse. I got an admission to East Bay for pre-nursing when I was in high school, but something in me told me that, it's not for me, at least not right now. So once I started with the Y, that's where it all really changed for me about wanting to be with children. That's where I started taking the early childhood classes, and joining the apprenticeship, it kind of helped really build more on that passion that I had with children. And I know that on a personal side, it really helped with my family, because I know there was times where I will say that my mom's that person that really worries about all her kids. And with me, she has always said, and as soon as I got to my bachelor's, I was like in around like my last year, my last semester, she's like, when you were in community college, I was worried about you. Because she saw how much I wasn't doing good. But as soon as I was about to get my bachelor's, she told me, I'm not worried about you anymore. Mm-hmm. You made it. She's like, I think my job with you is done. And so I think the apprenticeship really helped me really find that passion to where I knew that I was making something for myself. And it got me to where, even though I'm not a teacher anymore, all that stuff that I have gave me that spirit and really from Daryl helping me with, like, getting into where I'm at now, really knowing that everything I've learned, I can still bring it into ECE, just in a different perspective with helping teachers being able to get that same experience and knowledge and passion that I had when I was in the classroom.
Yeah. Josefina, what do you want the audience to know that we haven't discussed about apprenticeships? That's on the paper. She got it.
I want the audience to understand how crucial and important this program is, because as many of my co-teachers and my fellow classmates, we all have our stories, and we are a lot of the people that sometimes are overlooked and not given the opportunity to reach the career goals that they always wanted to. All we need is just a little bit more support and a little bit more guidance. But this program truly does help us. As myself, my example, I will be the first, when I got my associate degree from my community college, I was the first graduate in my family. And once And now that I'm working towards my bachelor's degree, I will be the first one in my family to have a bachelor's degree. So it is very impactful and important to have this program to help the people that wouldn't have the chance to do anything.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yesenia.
Yes.
You didn't even get the question yet. I didn't. That's not.
Okay.
She ready?
Oh, okay.
You had to jump to
I didn't even ask. Go ahead.
Well, I was assuming.
Oh, go ahead. You got it.
Oh, okay. Well, this program is like a staple for lower income communities, giving hope and a future to men and women that would not have a chance anywhere else. Making sure that this place is a loyal and stability for those who need it. Giving a chance to a better life and building a better future for these children.
And lastly, Antoinette, we're going to talk about success coordinators right now. Give me why are they important and what makes them special?
Why are they not important? I love you guys. They're amazing. Like, why are they not, what am I supposed to say? They support everything. Like, everything goes through them. Like, you guys, help us with everything.
Right.
Like, I don't know what else to say. They're amazing. Like, what will we do without you guys? Because they're really helpful. Like I said, I've already said they do everything for us. They do the footwork for you. So you would be able to meet with them like you will meet with a counselor and discuss your plans and discuss where you want to go and what you need to do. And just having that guidance and being able to have somebody to support. And like I said, I call Chris. Chris is not here to speak up, or Taylor. But Leilani knows, and Andrea, Brandy, I'll call them offline. I'm like, hey guys, again, just being able to have that line of support is very important. Right. Like just being able to like Daryl and them, they're typically busy. Busy guys. Miss Pam, busy. And we're not gonna be able to catch up with them. We have them to be able to help us with anything, or if we need to get in contact with Daryl or do anything like that, they're always just the huge support to us. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they're a very impactful part of the program as well to us. And you guys helped me in all the time, still today. So I just want to thank you guys. You guys are amazing.
And thank you for saying that. I am busy. I probably owe half the room emails. I'm going to get to you. I'm pretty sure. There's a few of you that are in my inbox right now. It's coming. It's coming. Andrea, last question. What do you want the people to know about apprenticeships?
I think just the importance that I think you had also, the importance is around the children and being able to get and have that ability to train, whether it's parents, teachers that have already started in the ECE field, but just the importance of giving them that opportunity to grow with their education and being able to see that it's more than just being there sometimes with the children, which we know that a lot of times people that don't understand the ECE field see it as, well, it's not that they're teaching them anything, but it's more than just, we're just watching kids. There's a lot of teaching behind it, and I remember that was my topic with any time I ever had an Uber ride or someone asked me what I worked in. If someone told me it was a babysitting gig, no, it's not. And I was like, there's a reason I have the degree, there's a reason we all learned from about it. So I think it's just the importance of seeing why we're doing it and who we're doing it for.
That's it right there. Could you please give the apprentices another round of a hand? They are what we do. Take a bow.
Hello. Okay, we are in the space for a 15-minute break before your next session. Thank you so much for the apprentices. Hello. You're interrupting my time to tell you it's time for a break. Hold on. So I just want to really acknowledge the apprentices and Daryl again. You guys are the reason why we are all in this room. So thank you very much. Have a 15-minute break, then your next session.